The Warriors grab a 2-1 series lead over the Rockets with a Game 3 win in the Western Conference Finals. I'm Lawrence Scott, and this Warriors Sound Review starts with Stephen Curry, who had a game-high 35 points and 5 three-pointers in a 41-point win, the largest margin of victory in a playoffs game for the Warriors in franchise history.
I think we played smarter and harder than Game 2. Game 1, we were pretty solid. James got off a little bit, made a lot of tough shots. He had 40, obviously. Game 2, we were just a step slow mentally and physically. Allowing paint touches and driving kicks and all that. They got that three-point game going. Tonight, we played a lot better one-on-one defense. We're able to play contain and not have to rotate as much. And that helped us kind of get a lot of momentum. And from there, it fueled our offense and got our crowd into it, and it's kind of exactly how we drew it up. We feel like we're in a good place mentally, knowing when we're not just when we're focused and locked in, but when that turns into executing on both ends of the floor, that we can get to our type of basketball early in the game and often and play a complete 48-minute game. But yeah, it doesn't matter. 0-0 come Tuesday, and we got to be ready. A lot of people say, like our guys have said it, there's no other motivation than to wake up on Tuesday and know you're playing Game 4 of a Western Conference Finals against a great team with great players on that side of the court. So this is kind of what you work for all year, to be in these type of moments, this position. Win, lose, or draw, you got to just be excited about this opportunity because we're playing high-level basketball in front of the world. So it's fun. You just got to be ready.
Kevin Durant joined the TNT Inside the NBA crew on their set inside Oracle Arena after the game.
Kevin Durant joins us now. 25-point night, 9 of 19 shooting, a night when Steph Curry steps out with 35. We heard from Steph, heard from Steve Kerr. Let's hear from you. Did you, as he was starting the first 10 quarters of this playoff series, 3 for 20 from deep, were there any concerns on your part about his shot?
Well, we're playing one of the toughest teams in the league, and individually you got to do a lot. So it's hard for me to worry about Steph Curry. He's an all-world talent. So I just try to encourage him as much as possible, let him know that he missed shots, so what? Just keep playing. And tonight he was just moving on to the next play, playing good defense. I think his defense is the reason why he got it going on the offensive side.
How did you make this game more like Game 1 than Game 2 was?
Well, we defended well. We didn't give up straight line drives. That's what this team thrives off of. James getting into the paint, CP, and then they throwing out the shooters. And I thought we did a good job of just standing in front.
We all know Steve Kerr to be a very incredible, nice guy. Played for Steve. Never seen him get mad. As I watch the game, he's very intense into the game. What was this conversation after Game 2?
Well, the next game is going to be the toughest game in the playoffs. We can't get satisfied because we're at home and we won. We up 2-1. Just the stuff that keep guys just locked in. I know tomorrow's gonna be a good film session in practice, and mentally you just gotta stay locked in. It's easy to get comfortable.
Well, as Shaq would say, we know you're a prolific MF. What is it?
Prolific MF scorer.
What kind of MF is it?
Most frequently.
Most frequently. You score. So
okay, congratulations. You got a chuckle out of it.
No doubt.
Right.
Yeah, we had to. But I think overall, they always say stars make everyone else better. What is your conscious effort to get everyone else going when scoring comes so easy for you?
Well, I just know you don't help your teammates by just getting assists. I think just my presence out there on the defensive side of the ball, if I'm talking, if I'm guarding the rim, if I'm switching well, and I'm playing with force in the offensive end, I think my teammates feed off of it. So, I just try to stay focused every single day in practice, shooting arounds in the games, and, hopefully, I just give my team a jolt of energy. So, I know it's different ways to help your teammates get better.
And this was the breakdown on NBA TV's Game Time with Casey Stern, Greg Anthony, and Sam Mitchell.
We know it's going to be more of the same for the Warriors, so I want to kind of get both of you on Houston. They say they didn't come out tough enough, they were soft, all of those things. You're the coach. What are you saying to this team when you go over film after what happened?
Well, Casey, look, I don't believe they came out soft and didn't play hard. You're telling me in the Western Conference Finals, you had the best record in all of the NBA, and you're telling me you're going to come out in a Game 3 on the road against the Golden State Warriors and not compete? No, let's give credit to Golden State. They took Houston out of what they wanted to do. Let's just put that on the table. They beat them. Just like Houston beat Golden State and dictated the tempo and the pace and how they were going to play in Game 2, Golden State did the same thing. If you're the Houston Rockets, get back to what you did in Game 2. You got to break. When you play that way, and Mike D'Antoni said in Game 2, we got to play the way we play. We just got to play harder, smarter, and better. So when you break down these Golden State Warriors defenders, and Greg said it, you got to look to make the play for your teammates, because without the P.J. Tuckers and other ancillary players, Eric Gordon and those guys, James Harden and Chris Paul can't score enough to beat this team by themselves. They got to get their 25 plus, but they got to make sure they get the other guys involved, the Trevor Ariza's and all those guys, because guess what happens after that? When those guys get touches and knockdown shots, they play defense, they rebound, they move the ball. And so Mike D'Antoni's got to make sure that James Harden and Chris Paul set the tone, not just by scoring, but getting everybody else involved, energize that defense, because right now they got a problem. Because Durant's already been on fire. And now Steph Curry, it seems like he's found his way. And God knows if Klay Thompson ever wakes up and starts making shots, then I don't know what
then it won't matter what they do.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, they had 19 turnovers, and I think they hit it on the head. They did play soft. They didn't play with force. And by force, I mean, like, they went in playing for calls from the officials when they attacked the rim, as opposed to playing through the contact and getting the finishes. So those are two areas that they've got to improve upon. And they've got to get a little quicker with their ball movement and their pace. They resorted in a lot of ways back to how they looked in Game 1. And I think they got to get back to playing a little faster. Now and again, I go back to this, they felt Golden State at their best. Even in Game 1, Golden State wasn't like this. They weren't nearly as good defensively. This was a complete performance. And now the question is, can Houston match that? Because Mike D'Antoni talked about it. We have to have more force in terms of how we approach this game. We've got to be able to hit them, and we've got to be strong mentally, because I don't think they were really strong mentally in this game, and it got away from them.
Game 4 is Tuesday at Oracle Arena before the series shifts back to Houston for Game 5 on Thursday. I'm Lawrence Scott, and this is Warrior Sound.